I really love Red Swan full version. It's going to be sad when the anime changed the opening. Hell is slowly rising up within Paradise Island. This chapter makes sure nothing will end pleasant. After flashbacks and political debate, it's time to wrap your head around with more twists and turns that will soon lead to an all-out war. It won't be long now. This chapter delivered more questions, a couple of interesting twists, and a new massacre waiting for the day to come. The mystery portion of the arc has been on Zeke and his connections. It involves with his subordinate Yelena, his past actions, his goal, and of course, Eren. When it comes to his past action, he cleared his name from looking upon as a complete enemy to Survey Corps. It solely depends on you on whether to believe his innocence or not. As of now, I don't trust him completely, but Isayama is doing a good job to make him appear not as evil. The one portion that needed to be addressed is his time back in Season 2 time frame, or to be specific, the village Ragako. If he was so innocent, why would he attack the village and transform them into titans? It amazes me that after a long period of time, this was explained from his side of the story. Marley's soldiers were actually at the island, meaning Zeke wasn't alone. I know Car Titan or Peck was there later on, so it's not far-fetched to believe there was more people out there. Marley's soldier pretty much had Zeke hand-tied, metaphorically speaking, when they used gas weaponry to spread across the village. It's a gas that contained his spinal fluid. They done this to subjects of Ymir to make them unconscious, essentially lose control of their body. They will only move when Z gives the command, and his roar triggered them to transform into titans. That explains why he was able to control them like puppets, despite one went against his command. No wonder he crushed his head like it was a dud. If Marty's soldier weren't there, he wouldn't have attacked them. That's his claim. Levi and Zeke's chemistry is amusing to watch. It's because how indifferent Levi still feels about him after many massacres he has witnessed. It's also because we're seeing two brains of the group discuss the matter that throws down every valid point. Although Zeke didn't want to harm elderly people, he would be fine if normal human were to die, which still rubs Levi the wrong way. I don't know if Zeke was dodging the remarks, but he was growing impatient. One of the amusing tidbit is how Zeke poked fun of Levi's popularity. Last time I checked, he was voted number 1, so he's good. Joking aside, he said it's not like that anymore. Time has changed, and looking through the chapter, it's going dark places. Speaking of time, I like they have one thing to agree on. Despite their indifference, they know very well that they have not much time left before hell breaks loose. If there's one person that has the suspicious level raised tenfold, it will be Yelena. After remaining calm and collective, the interrogation exposed her side that seems alarming. It begins normally with her confessing that she indeed met with Eren earlier. Because of one lie, it's going to be tough to believe her throughout. That's how significant it is. Anyway, she met with Eren secretly due to the time wearing thin. She felt that everyone is going nowhere, and the more time it wastes, the more hopeless Eldian will be in. She and Eren came to an agreement pretty quickly, but was it through manipulation? Pixis presses on with the claim of her intention was to persuade Eren to join Zeke's plan. She says she didn't intend to. She only met him to motivate or hype the military, which is Eren invading Marley. If that's the case, why not meet with Pixis or any higher up? She tries to brush it off with a somewhat legitimate argument with the lack of trust. He presses on harder with the thought of manipulating Eren. And that's where things get shaky. It's at this moment she loses her cool and shows sign of trouble with her strong desire for Eren to recognize her. The following reactions say a lot to be aware of her. She regains her cool, but moment like that is concerning. It is true that she saw Beast Titan like a savior, a god you can say. Last time I checked, that is considered trouble. Look what happened with Rod Reese. All she wanted is for Eren to have his own mind, and what he has done gave her hope. Another reason concern is how she speaks Eren as a god. She saw great results from his action and Marley, and although innocent citizens die along the way, it's all good. With Marley officials getting wiped out, she confirmed herself that not only he holds the founding titan, but she is witnessing the history changing before her very eyes. She can only wish to be on brother's side, which is Zeke and Eren. The way she speaks and express kind of give me a creep. So to recap her story, she met with Eren out of curiosity in order to confirm if he holds the founding titan and is capable to change history. That's her claim. She did it for audience. Even her troops don't know she met him. That's how secretive it is. Pixis got this in recording, though he's still not entirely convinced. To him, she's not good at lying. It ends there, but it does make me wonder if that's all to her meeting. It could have ended there, but the next scene is where they increase the suspicion level even further. The scene with Oyakopon and Haji is interesting in many ways. She pulls off her crazy self when she approaches face with her tense expression. I don't know if it's lack of sleep or something, but she sure startled him. Out of all interactions, this one is the most genuine and above all, honest. While I'm still iffy with Zeke on some regards and alarmed with Yelena, Oyakopon comes off completely honest. He legitimately didn't know Yelena met with Eren, which does make her statement true. But there's something off. While the meeting's attention is up for debate, a new unnerving feeling rises when he begins to speak about her characteristic. Before settling down with Eren and Survey Corps, she was cold-blooded in a sense of treating the Marlians. Whenever the suspicions arose, she would take one Marlian and kill them without any hesitation, just to prove the loyalty. Whoa. She treated this as die by accident. That's one hell of a character development if she really changed that drastically. But since it's not, then something is really wrong. Haji realizes something, which may be the turning point of the grand mystery. Sadly, we are left wondering for another time. What we have to pinpoint is Yelena's drastic change once she reached to Paradise Island. She was that cold to Marlians, but once she reached to her destination, apparently she has a new beginning and act like she cared for anyone. Why? It could have overlooked by believing she wants redemption. But we know now how desperate she wanted to know about Eren. The priority is more on that than anything else. I can't wait to see the answer. Army is back to visit Ani, the crystal girl. There's an undertone of Army finding her romantically. I assume Berto's feelings is getting the best of him, though it's not hard to believe with Army as well. It's not clear, but the possibility is up there. It gets caught off with Hitch showing up. Funny how she was teasing him, thinking something dirty, even though he said he only approached her just to see if he can gain info as Titans. Sure, let's go with that. It's nice of Hitch, now knowing the truth, still cares about Ani and waits for her release. That spinoff did help the relationship. The line about Ani's popularity sounds like a jab on the fan base though. Interesting. Much like real life, the citizens lose all trust with the military and the politics because they didn't receive a satisfying answer. Not to go deep, but as a US citizen, we are dealing with that currently. Back to manga. People are all riled up in front of HQ, shouting for Eren to be freed. While no one is truly right, the display paints them as savages. Though later seen, it will add more. Hitch and Army are separated, and with Mikasa regrouping with him, it's their chance to meet with Darius. By this point, this chapter would have served another interesting build-up. It certainly is, but it's this point on where it kicks into high gear. The timing is not kind to those two because the permission to visit Eren is not possible anymore. Darius explained what has happened early in the chapter. In short, Eren met Yelena and the suspicious of his action is valid. Maybe if they didn't learn before Armin and Mikasa's arrival, they could have earned a permission. Now, Eren is on a lockdown from anyone. The eerie part is when she questioned what would happen to Eren, and Darius turns his eyes towards that infamous torture chair. You know very well he wants to pull it off on Eren. What a disturbing old man. Everything feels like nothing has progress for them, but they will receive one. It only comes with a bang. It's rather creepy to know the whole scene plays out now. You see Armin and Mikasa arguing about wanting to know the military's current stance on Eren, while in the background you see three soldiers walking in a suspicious mood. It's like watching a camera footage of unidentified terrorists. They have gone to the general's office, and before you know it, an explosion sets off. I knew something was going to happen, but the explosion did throw me off. What also threw me off is the fact Darius has died in the most gruesome outcome. Seriously, the detail is pretty graphic, with organs slipping off from the body, missing limbs, and his raptured face. It's shonen, by the way. I like the sequence of the shocking moment with the explosion. It certainly was a hell of a twist. What's also twisted in a different way is the reactions. This moment should have been a shocker, causing people to fear. Instead, they loudly applaud his death like God has answered their prayer. Now, it paints them as sick, vile creatures. I know what I said. At night, the military hold a meeting about Darius' death. It's confirmed that the torture chair had a bomb implemented. Now that's a poetic death. An artist killed by his own art. It's the most fitting death for him. Well played, Isayama. The higher-ups, including Nile, are there, which I guess I can rule out the poisonous drink. But maybe not. Armin fills in that they did see three people walking into the general's office. Putting two together, this is practically a suicide bombing. Sure, they didn't strap themselves with the bomb, but being up close and triggered it in close range? That's suicide bombing. The worst part is, they were Survey Corps' new recruits, and that could only mean one thing. To add more to the out-of-control scenario, Eren has escaped from prison. Not only he broke through the wall, but he even uses his armor ability to cover the hole. Damn, he really has gotten stronger. Again, the timing couldn't be any worse than now. Armin and Mikasa are barely holding on a thread of trust, and his escape isn't helping at all. Hell, I don't know what's happening either. Eren escapes and meets up with Froch, along with other recruits, mainly the new blood. They escape due to having an affiliate with a prison guard. This is more political than I thought. It's confirmed the suicide bombers were with them. I wonder if it's necessary to kill Darius, though Eren doesn't seem to care. Odd, because his loved ones almost got caught in the explosion. I wonder how he will react to that. In any case, he is free, grabbing a hoodie like a villain, including floating effect, looking so damn cool, and commences plan to find Zeke with his group. I have no idea where this is going. I can say the same for Armin and Mikasa. She is losing all hope at this rate, while Armin remains optimistic. He could be right though, but I suppose someone has to keep the hope alive. At this rate, there will be a civil war within Paradise Island. If that's not enough trouble, everyone in towns are gossiping about the crisis, implying everything is out of order. The last person that needs to know about it is a Marley soldier. Oh wait, there is one. Pieck. My first reaction was, alright, best girl is here. Then I remember the situation the military is in. So I reacted, oh shit, best girl is here. It's practically a civil war going on, and the last thing the island needs is an actual enemy with vengeance. With Pieck in there, it's only a matter of time when hell break loose. I don't know if it's just her, but I assume Reiner and everyone else are on standby. Between you and me, I'll be rooting for Reiner over Eren. The last few moments have intensified the hype for the next chaos. Overall, this chapter was very interesting with a lot of scenario escalated intensely. The art is solid and it kept the intensity well. The mystery continued to have me pondering on the outcome. But with the latest update, I'm just aching for answers. There were twists and turns that I didn't expect to happen so soon, or happen at all. While I did expect Eren to escape one day, the timing couldn't be any worse, leaving us in the dark of his agenda. I have no clue what will happen next. Chaos is a ladder. Isn't that the truth? And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. I can already sense it. I can sense the next chapter will be a lot more development and then get closer and closer to Eren's agenda being uncovered. And then it would just keep on building and building, and whenever the ambush happens from the Marley soldiers, that's when everything will go straight to hell. What do you think of the chapter? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.